First introduced to makerspaces a few years ago when I went to a week-long workshop about them. I learned about different makerspaces, what tools they included, and what they were used for in a variety of settings. I immediately went back to my own classroom. At that time, I taught first grade, and I cleared a space and brought in bins and baskets of all kinds of materials for kids to make things with. I cannot tell you the number of teachers who came in and assumed it was just used for arts and crafts. That's the biggest obstacle we have to tackle with dreaming, designing, and building a makerspace is teacher buy-in and setting up an understanding of the true impacts a makerspace can bring to a school and surrounding community. Throughout the Makerspace course that I'm currently enrolled in, I referenced the Makerspace Playbook School Edition that was distributed in 2013 by Maker Media. I gathered lots of information through my readings in the Makerspace Playbook, but the fundamentals that I read that stuck with me and drove me through this project are: everyone is a maker, our world is what we make it, and if you can imagine it, you can make it. This is Designing a Makerspace by Jill Peterson. The need for a makerspace stems from the fact that teachers are preparing students to enter a job market full of jobs that do not yet exist, using technology that also does not exist. Therefore, as educators, we are responsible for ensuring we give students ample opportunities to hone the skills that will benefit them in their future. According to the Future Jobs Report released by the World Economic Forum in 2020, many of the top 10 skills listed in that report are skills that can be practiced through work in a makerspace. These skills include complex problem solving, coordinating with others, critical thinking, and creativity. I work at an elementary school that has grade level pods. Each pod is off the main hallway of the school and includes all of the grade level classrooms as well as a large common area. Our school is only a few years old and no grade level has really found a way to utilize this common space, which is why I chose this space for my makerspace design. I used Floor Plan Creator to build out what furniture I would use in this space. The idea would be to eventually have a makerspace in each grade level pod. The room has big windows and a large exterior door, and the table in front of the window would have a table that has laptops and a cabinet next to it. That would be a mobile charging station for laptops or iPads that could be rolled to different grade level makerspaces around the school. The space includes a Lego wall, which is displayed in green in the 3D image. An interactive whiteboard is also on the wall next to the Lego wall, but ideally this whiteboard would be mobile so it could roll to different areas of the room. On the same wall, at the other end of the Lego wall, a table holds a 3D printer. There are various tables and work areas around the room, and the cylinders on the round tables are meant to hold materials like writing utensils, sticky notes, scissors, paper clips, and glue. There are 4 storage racks around the room that will hold containers of materials. That each grade level makerspace will have common materials, but some will be differentiated based on grade level specific projects. In the following 7 slides, you'll see ideas for what kinds of tools and materials can be held in the makerspace. Students can learn about problem solving and creativity through the use of a Lego wall, Kiva planks, marble run, and magna tiles. Students can learn about simple electronics by working with kid-friendly circuitry sets such as Little Bits, Makey Makey, and Snap Circuits. Through the use of Dash and Dot robots, Code and Go mouse, devices, and computer programming apps such as Lightbot Junior, students can learn about coding. Students can create and edit videos using a green screen, device recording stands, ring lights, and video editing software. Microphones, whisper booths or sound booths, and voice recording software provide students the opportunity to learn about podcasting. Students can learn about textile manufacturing through the use of sewing machines, crochet, knitting materials, sewing kits, and weaving looms. And finally, no makerspace is complete without a variety of materials for making. These include, but are not limited to, paper products, tape, a variety of tapes, cardboard, writing utensils, different kinds of glue, scissors, and string. With a new makerspace, students and teachers need time to learn about the makerspace. I think a good starting point would be to provide classes with a teacher-led project or teacher-led projects that can be used to introduce students to the space and help them learn how to use the space along with the available tools and materials. Once they've used the space a few times and understand the expectations set forth, the space can be used more organically. Projects should be based on students' prior interests and knowledge, should utilize materials that invite inquiry and provide multiple pathways. So basically, allow students to explore and create without having to follow a rigid set of step-by-step instructions. I also think it's really important to utilize the makerspace to help the school and surrounding community. Students and teachers could brainstorm something they could design and make that would improve the school or community in some way. Finding how to relate their work to the real world is really important. There are a lot of online resources that can be utilized for project ideas, one of which is sciencebuddies.org. A few project ideas that I found on sciencebuddies.org are students can build a paper roller coaster when they're learning about force and motion. They could create a nightlight using knowledge they've learned about circuits. And they could learn about engineering design by building a wind-powered car. Students should also be given time to share their work. That's one of the most important aspects of a makerspace, because I think that helps them document their journey. It helps them see their failures and how they overcame them, and sharing their work continues to build the community of makers. The makerspace I'm visioning is for elementary students in grades kindergarten through 4th, but I wouldn't want the space to solely be used by students. I believe I could really create teacher and administrator buy-in by opening this space up for a variety of purposes. The space could be used as a fundraiser, and this could be done in a variety of ways. Students could sell things they make, or you could have a maker night where parents and kids can pay a small fee to come use the makerspace to create a project together. You could open it up for teachers to use for their own personal projects. It could be used as for a maker club that meets after school, or you could also use it for community outreach for things such as like family STEAM night, or maybe an organization in the community partners with the school to create something. In my vision, a makerspace in an elementary school would work best with a designated teacher. My thought behind this is because I think it would be better utilized if the space is written into a schedule. This would give teachers a better understanding of how the space is used and for what purposes. Once they see how it all works and understand the impact the space is making, I think they're more inclined to use it to supplement their curriculum. I believe the best way to achieve this would be to include the makerspace in the special areas schedule so every class could visit it on a rotational basis. Makerspace would be a special area just like PE, music, and art. In addition to being open to classes during their special area, I would like the makerspace to be open for free use anytime a class is not using it. This could easily be achieved through the use of a scheduling system such as Google Calendar. I understand there are rules about how many physical education minutes young students need, so the exact schedule shown here may not be possible. However, I'm just using it as an example for the purpose of this presentation. If you are interested in learning more about makerspaces, the purpose behind them, and ideas for how they can be used, check out the books Maker Movement Manifesto by Mark Hatch and the Makerspace Playbook School Edition. Project ideas for makerspaces can also be found on a variety of websites such as sciencebuddies.org, the Exploratorium Tinkering Studio, and Instructables.com by Autodesk. Thank you for your time and consideration.